Okay? Next, it says, find the axis of symmetry and vertex for the following quadratic equations. Then, sketch, that means draw, the parabola and label all the parts. So the first thing that we want to do is we need to find our A, our B, and our C. So let's first find our A. Our A is the number that's in front of our x squared. If we don't see a number in front of our x squared, we can put down a 1 because anything times 1 is just the same thing. So our A is 1. Our B goes with our x. So our B goes with our x term. So this positive 6 is going to be our B. And our C is the one without an x or x squared. So in this case, C is 4. Next, we need to find our axis of symmetry. Our axis of symmetry equation is x equals negative b over 2a. So, I'm going to write our axis of symmetry equation. X equals negative b over 2a. Then I'm going to rewrite this, but instead of b and instead of a, I'm going to put parentheses. Okay. Our b for this problem is 6. So I'm going to put 6 inside of the parentheses. Our a in this problem is 1. So I'm going to put a 1 in our parentheses. So on top we have negative 6 divided by 2 times 1 is 2. And negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. Make these a little smaller so they fit. Our axis of symmetry is x equals negative 3. So over here where it says axis of symmetry, I'm going to write x equals negative 3. This is also the first part of our vertex. Negative 3, comma, something. The next thing I need to do is we need to plug x equals negative 3 back into our original equation. So I'm going to write down our original equation. Y equals x squared plus 6x plus 4. And this negative 3 is going to be plugged in for our x terms. So we have y equals, I'll just put parentheses where my x should be. And now I'm going to take this negative 3 and I'm going to plug it in to those parentheses. Negative 3 squared is 9. 6 times negative 3 is negative 18 plus 4. Nine plus negative 18 is negative 9 plus 4. And negative 9 plus 4 is negative 5. So our vertex, the first part is our x, which was negative 3. And the second part is our y, which is negative 5. So over here on the top right, I'm going to write negative 3, negative 5. The last step is we want you to draw a sketch of what your graph would look like. An important thing here to notice is that our a equals 1. So I'm going to write down every time what our a value is. So a equals 1. Over in the sketch, I'm going to say a equals 1. Remember, we said in the top right, when a is positive, the graph opens up. When a is negative, the graph opens down. Because a is positive 1, I'm going to write a is positive. So our graph looks like a U. So I'm going to draw a U that goes up. I'm going to draw our axis of symmetry and say x equals negative 3. And I'm going to point to our vertex and say our vertex is at negative 3, negative 5. All right,